Hello there, Cancer. Johnny Alchemy here. Thank you again for joining me on my channel. Today we're going to be doing your beginning of January tarot card reading. So I hope everyone's been having a great start to their 2024 year and everything's going well. Everyone had a good new year, all that good stuff. And just as a reminder, this is going to be a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Everything here is to help empower you so you make the decisions that are going to create the life that you want. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so first, let's talk about the past, short-term or long-term, one or the other. I say so because we got the Death card here, and we also got the Knight of Cups right here. I just want to show them side by side because the imagery is so similar. You know, it's just on two knights. One is the Reaper, one is the Knight of Cups. Both on white horses, talking about power. They ride on their power. And so I have a feeling here for some of you, it's almost like that rebirth process where you are able to give your emotions, give your love, give your something just very near and dear to you. Give your heart out to someone or something again. We also got the Four of Wands right here, talking about you know, it could be family and home life. That could be something to consider. I mean, this Knight of Chalices, the Knight of Cups here is walking toward this Four of Wands energy also. So it's almost like you could be reinvesting or giving more love to your family, your community, whatever. But also this could just be a major major milestone in some of your lives, just being able to get past that transformation process of death, you know. With that Death card, you know, you could have changed from a multitude of things for some of you. I mean, if it is something with the cups related, it could be leaving a relationship, leaving a situation where you were unfulfilled or not being respected, or things were not being reciprocated in some type of way. So really here is saying it could be a whole bunch of things for some of you out there. But really it's saying, you know, you've gone through the transformative process and now you are back and you are willing to really be emotionally available for those around you again. And so that's the past. Let's move on to the present. You know, interesting here. We got all of them are reversed. We got the Star, we got Justice, and we also got the Five of Swords here in reversed. So here, let's talk about the Five of Swords. Number one, I think this is really saying that I think you've come to peace with whoever you've had to cut ties with in your life. You know, Five of Swords is all about, you know, really just saying goodbye to people, situations, things that are not, that just weren't in alignment with what you wanted, your values, who you were, what you were getting out of those situations. Doesn't matter, you know. Well, as you can see in this card, you know, this man wins a duel against two people who are walking away in the background, you know. And so especially in the reverse, it's like that could be a very difficult situation, a very emotionally charged situation. But in the reverse, it's really saying, you know, that maybe you've learned to forgive and forget, let bygones be bygones. You know how those sayings go, you know. So basically, like, you've come to peace with them, whether they be a partner, friend, situation of any kind, it doesn't matter. But you come to peace with letting those people go and letting them, going underneath the Death card, die and out of your life, if you will, you know. So now we also got the Star card here in reversed. So here, I think, especially if you have recently gone through this transformative process, like the Death card says, and you're making yourself more emotionally available for those around you, I think here the Star card is gonna start to give you some hope. I think you are in the search for, as I said, like trying to be who you are in this current moment now, beyond the pain, beyond everything you've been through. I think the Star card really is talking about being your most authentic and genuine self. And I think you are going to find, for some of you, if this does resonate so far, find that star of hope that you could that will guide you back to yourself. I know that sounds very corny, but it's really just saying, you know, like following the light back to who you are at your core being, if that makes more sense, you know. Because here, the Star card, even though it's in the reverse, it really is asking you to find hope again, you know, and you will find that hope, and it will lead you back to yourself, you know. I always it sounds so silly again, but to say like all the answers come from within, and it's very true. If we really think about it, if we go through that process however many times we need to throughout our life, the true answers about what's right for us as individuals comes from within us. So I think for you, whoever this resonates with, I think you will find that answer as long as you continue to look towards your inner guiding light. We also got the Justice card here in reversed. So here it's really saying, something here with actions from the past coming back, and maybe you may have to answer to them. It also could, I don't see anything particular here, but if anyone is dealing with any court systems or legal stuff, that's something to keep in touch with as well, just to make sure that everything is going in your favor, if that makes sense. But here, yeah, in the reverse, it's really trying to be aware of anything in the past that may catch up with you, if that makes sense. This being into the middle of your entire reading, it talks about, as I said, karma, pretty much. We do things in the past and there are consequences. And sometimes the consequences don't hit until much later on down the road, So there's something here which is saying that there could be some type of blockage with that in that. I think here it's I think really it's saying to be fair with yourself, because I also see here you also got the Tower and the Death card, so big changes as I said before. But I think here is really just trying to be fair and trying to bring things back into balance for you. That's what I really see, honestly. I mean, I have a feeling if anyone has gone through any type of big changes where they had to let someone go or let a situation go, and if you face anything like guilt or feel like you're responsible or something like that, the Justice card reverse is, I think, really asking for fairness, where you have to understand that with karma and life, there's some things that are beyond our control, and that we have to give ourselves some slack and to not feel guilty for things that we aren't responsible for sometimes at the end of the day. And I think that is a big thing that is going to help you with that Star card as well, into learning to forgive and heal yourself and let yourself off the hook for certain things that may have happened from the past, so that you can allow yourself the love that's needed that you have to give to yourself. I think that's what I can see for some of you, whoever it resonates with. But yeah, the fairness and just being accountable for what is in your control, or what was in your control. And we all make mistakes as humans, and learning how to forgive yourself as well. Being in the middle of your reading, I think that's a big message right there. In terms of moving on to the future. So I think here there's as I said, you got the Tower card in the reverse, which I love to see. So really, this is telling me whatever that death process was that you went through in the past or are finishing up now, it's the Tower card is pretty much saying, it's going to be ending, and you're going to be going through this you're going to be finishing this phase pretty much soon, And so you have to ask yourself, what are the things about whatever this loss or death process was, what is it that was destroyed, like that Tower moment? Was it a relationship? Was it a way of thinking? Was it a behavior of some kind? So those are things to consider as you are leaving that Tower process. If things are starting to settle a little bit, now is the time where the intuition and the wisdom and the knowledge start to come in. I say that even more so with the Hanged Man, another major arcana right here. So, it's really saying with the Hanged Man, it's saying that that there is a certain pause where life may seem like maybe going slow, for a little bit. And that's fine. I mean, honestly, if you've gone through this process, you maybe might like that a little bit. But pretty much it's saying, as life is slowing down, and as you may have to take a little break, if that makes sense, you maybe have to take a very intentional break, of some kind to slow down life. You're going to get this knowledge that this Hangman does by putting himself through this position. He may be upside down, but he is has this halo of enlightenment. He's getting to see the world from a different perspective, a different point of view. So really, it's saying here, I think that's what I mentioned before with that Tower card is, this, as things are slowing down, this is where you're going to start getting the knowledge, getting the intuition, getting the wisdom all over again. And finally, we got the Knight of Wands here. Love seeing this because you go from like Knight of Cups to Knight of Wands, So I think there's a big healing journey where, you may start to heal your heart, or have healed your heart by the beginning of January or throughout January, and it's just going to allow you to be free and more open to explore the world, be open to more possibilities, to relationships and situations again, all that type of stuff. So that's kind of what I see here. It's going to really propel you forward from whatever it is you came from. Just be very present in it, and allow yourself to heal, allow yourself to forgive. And by doing so, it's going to enlighten you to a new sense of self, a new way of living, a new life, maybe a new way how to guide your life and what to live by too. That's kind of what is coming through as well. So let's pull out some more cards for clarification. King of Wands, Strength card, and we got the Three of Cups. Okay. So number one, let me touch upon this. We got the King of Wands, and we also got Strength. Love seeing this because we got two lions right here, So for some of you, it could be a Leo if you left a Leo, or if you are maybe with a Leo or attracting a Leo of some kind. Again, we got that Knight of Wands as well. But here, both are just saying, you're going to, the whole point of all of this is to bring you back into a place of power and strength. You have the male strength here with the King of Wands, talking about learning how to control and use your power for your best benefit. But then you also got the Strength card here, which is with the divine feminine character. And she's the one who controls the lion by being patient, by being persistent, doing this motion every day with it, by taking time to listen, to understand, to be empathetic, versus the king who has it on a chain. In the King of Wands, he controls the lion by control and dominance. So there are two ways here, that you can use your strength, and use your ability, use your energy, if that makes sense. You can try and use it to dominate it, to control it, that inner beast within as well, if you're going through any type of healing. Or you can learn to be patient with it. You can learn to love it. You can learn to be empathetic with it. Both have their advantages and disadvantages. It's just knowing how to use them for your advantage, for your benefit. So really, I'd see there just that synchronicity, and very interesting, just to see, you have this power, this inner beast, this drive within. So you can either make friends with it or use it for your own good, but either way, up to you. We also have the Three of Cups here. Love to see this. This says abundance. So I think there is something that's going to be celebrated by doing this. I mean, if you have anyone who knows of any type of crazy changes that have been going on in your life, or very intense moments that have been going on, I think by getting back to oneness with yourself and getting to know who you are, they're going to celebrate you for who you are, and you're going to want to celebrate with them as well, knowing that you've gotten through a very hard time, and that you are able to celebrate with love and peace and abundance. Not the right deck. Here's the deck. Okay, so pulling out more cards for clarification. This card keeps popping up. Crazy. Okay. Love that. Okay, so first of all, acceptance. This card comes in the line with all your past stuff. So again, I think that death process, even just learning, just thinking about just death itself, just losing a loved one, acceptance is the only way through. When someone is gone from this plane, and they move on to the next, we can hold on to their memories and all this stuff all we want to, but the only way to really be at peace is to accept that they're gone, but they're always with us through other ways. But, to accept is to move forward, when it comes to something as hard as death. We finally have waiting as well. As I said with that Hanged Man, and, life may go a little bit slower now, and that's fine. I think you may need this little pause, as I said, in order to rediscover who you are, forgive yourself for anything else you may be going through, deal with any type of emotional trauma, all that type of stuff. So I think there is a process of waiting. And finally, we got devotion. Love to see this because whenever this card comes up, it always comes in healing readings like this one. So really, it's just saying how devoted you are to yourself. With that Star card, especially talking about just your most authentic self. And also that the Knight of Cups as well, saying you're ready to give your heart out. your life, your love to something. And I could see that by doing some of that with yourself, by giving that love and transferring it on your own personal development, it can really help out with some of that as well. Let's pull out last card. What we got? Soul Song. This one popped up a few times too. So I think your soul, as I said, with that star card and just trying to rediscover who you are, something to give you hope. I think it's like, what was it? Your soul is wanting to sing, and it can't yet because it doesn't know maybe who it is or what it wants to do just yet, or what song it wants to sing, if that makes sense. I think by you rediscovering who you are is going to allow that to happen. It's going to allow your soul, by expressing your most true and authentic intentions, that will allow your soul to sing. And that's going to attract people who are meant to be in your life. That's going to put you at a certain frequency where the opportunities will be attracted to you that are correct for you. And also, it's about expressing exactly who you are down to your soul level, So whenever I see Soul Song, it really is saying, your soul wants to express itself in some type of way. And I think this is a big call to that, a call from the universe to do that, to find out what that song is, whatever those actions and intentions are, so that you can pursue them, because by doing so you will be in most authentic alignment to your goals. That's kind of what I see here for beginning of January for some of you Cancers out there. So again, if this did resonate, make sure to click that like button. Leave me a comment if you like. I love reading comments from you guys. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for those who have for the month of December. I truly appreciate it. That's all I got for you for now. So I will see you next time. Thank you so much again for watching, and I will talk to you very soon. Goodbye.